This is Jack Wolf, and welcome everybody. Welcome to my brothers and anybody else that may be curious and watches this video. And I'm going to show you guys that you can have a little fun in it, and I will do the campaign because I know a lot of people that maybe just discovered this game, that's probably what they're going to click on. So let's just start it up and I'll walk you through this, guys. Not like I'm quite knowledgeable in the game, but I have and this is the difference here in the campaign. It kind of walks you through. There's no voice in it. You kind of read it yourself. So you guys can pause it and read this stuff if you want to. But basically well, I'll let you read this stuff. The Imperium, born of Earth's orbit like a child from its mother. I should probably read this stuff. The Imperium became a symbol of hope to the people of our dying world. The promise of a future worth living. Yeah, it goes kind of fast, so I'm not going to try to read it. Just kind of tells you what happened here. It was like a basically a big generational ship that kind of got lost in space, and your main character, your main protagonist, is one of those people, but you've been like in cryostasis for a very long time. And this is also kind of the intro to where you get to make your character here. I do believe the last time I played this was last year, I think. And this is your little pilot character creation screen here. So you got basic. You've got factions. This is just how you're creating here. So faction, alpha, profession, prospector. But you can look at factions here. So you can kind of set your factions to what you want. Like let's say like science. And you just click on these and it kind of tells you about them. So basically science, it's, you know, it's pretty straightforward what it says here. It's a tech sub-faction focus that, that focuses on applied science and research and development to facilitate colonization of the Astrox system. Many members utilize cybernetic modifications to better interface with the ancient sentient program that regulates their activities. Notice how that says the ancient. Now you don't have to pick that. You can just kind of go back and you can go through all of these. This is kind of like the start. This is alpha. Scientists, cyber technologists, and physics all belong to the collective known as the alpha. Using a uniquely sentient AI to calculate any possible outcome, they hope to govern all people with a system of perfect control. This kind of sounds like what the shit's going on today, my brothers. With the whole AI slop going on. Let's see. You got judicial. This is your, you know, your law and order type stuff. Foundation of law. You guys can read that if you want to. So you got judicial, and I'll take you back to the tree here. So it kind of starts at the top here and works its way down. You know what I mean? So from science to civil, kind of branches off to alpha. Then from alpha you got law, you've got enforcement, you've got judicial. Going down from there, you've got contractor. You've got laborer, you've got extractors, which I think I've done this one once before. And prospector ties into I think extraction or extractors. You got missionaries, temple. This is kind of like the religious side of it. And yeah, you've got your outlaws, you've got your pirate, you've got your sovereign. And then over here is your trade. So faction, trade, commerce. And but usually the one that I actually pick, let's basically start here, because I don't really like that particular avatar there. So let's pick our face, and no, I'm not a female. Kind of go with an older looking face here. I'll just kind of go with I'll kind of go with this guy, I guess. He's got the gray stuff going on like I do. Yeah, you do have accessories. Oh wait, let's go ahead and change our name here. And yeah, my regulars all know what my name is. And this is stuff you can kind of add. So if you don't want to look at your face all the time, which you're not really going to be looking at your face in this game, to be honest with you. This is all just for your entertainment. Yeah, you've got glasses you can wear. This looks like something out of Spaceborne 2 right here. No, this one right here looks like something out of Spaceborne 2. That one's not too bad. What other ones that they got here? You've got the shades. You've got the breathing masks. And there's a lot in here that quite wasn't added yet, which is no big deal, because I usually just go with something very basic anyway. I'll go with the shades. How about that? And you've got a background as well, or back here, if you want to be kind of snazzy, I guess. I don't really like them, but if they had like a green background, but I'm going to pick that blue right there. So we've got that. Now it's time to pick our faction. Now, Prospector is our profession. Now, where does Prospector tie into as far as... Yeah, they've got a few of them. Prospector is what I'd normally go with. Make the best of any find, whether rich ore or derelict shipped. Prospectors gain a minor bonus to both mining and salvaging. That's why I kind of like this one here. Now, mining is both difficult and lucrative, and miners know just how far they can push their equipment. So that's basically mining, and then of course you got salvaging as well. But Prospector is kind of like, always like Prospector, because it does let you be a salvager as well. And even if you don't, you can do anything in this. No matter what you put as your profession, you can deck your ship out to do whatever. So I'm going to go with Prospector, but I don't think I'm going to take Alpha. What was Alpha? Yeah, they're the AI stuff, right? So no, I don't want Alpha. Civil, I think, is basically yeah, diplomacy and other more clandestine activities. Members include the wide range of... Yeah, no. I think I'll skip on that. What about extractors? Yeah, I think I'm going to actually go with this one right here. Or did they have one for salvaging? What was labor here? Both skilled and unskilled. They provide the necessary material. Let's see. For development and expansion. Mining, production. No, I don't want to take that one either. Contractor. I think I will stick with... extractors. And then I've already got the profession. We've already got that. That's the basics. And then all you do is just click on launch, and this is gonna basically, it's basically the same as if you would have clicked on the sandbox. It's just this kind of has somewhat of a little bit of a story to go along. Now the story isn't finished, so, but it doesn't end the game. I mean, you're basically just getting a little kind of a tidbit of like a story, and but it's basically a sandbox. Both of his games are just strictly sandbox style games. For those of us that love mining, and this is kind of like how it starts you out in its little campaign. And This is the Welcome Center start. This guy's the Welcome Center steward. And he's kind of talk. This is going to tell you about how long you've been asleep, right? Well, I'm sure you now understand what this place is for. Every once in a while, a newgie will lose their mind, and everyone usually requires a bit of time to adjust. We can't just hand you the keys to a proton-powered starship with a fully charged energy core without knowing you are going to be okay. Yep, especially if you're behind the stick of one. Yeah, not ready yet. Yeah, I can see that, so now what? Alright, let's head over to the station so we can pick up your brand new ship. I guess new is a relative term though, considering it was manufactured over 80 years ago. My old friend Jessa Den is waiting for you at the Biomate University. She will help you get familiar with your ship and all the various station services. Alright, man. How about we, let's get going. And this puts you in Biomate University, which is right up here. And all this stuff, this tutorial stuff is going to basically walk you through all this stuff, how you interact with it. And nothing is like so complicated that you can't figure it out. Even if you didn't have these little tutorials, it wouldn't take you very long to figure it out. And but that's basically what she's going to do right here. She's going to walk you through all this stuff. And yeah. But she's the one that's going to kind of tell you how long you've been out. She's been selected as our instructor. This is all confusing, but I can assure you it will all make sense soon enough. I suspect you are ready to get started with your training. There is a lot to learn, and we don't want you to feel overwhelmed. Just take your time and work at your own pace, okay? So where should we get started? I guess so, but where am I? You are currently docked at a station. One of our salvage drones found your cryo evac pod floating out there in the void. If you prefer, I can catch you up on everything you've missed, or we can just go through the training checklist together. It's up to you. I am just so excited to be here with you. Well, do you know what happened? We don't know everything, but here is what we have gathered up to this point. We were all in a transit aboard the Imperium to a place called Oasis. We don't know where that is, or even what the Oasis is. We do know this. Something went horribly wrong, and now we're stranded out here. It sounded a lot worse, that is. We have come to live together in relative peace for over a few... Yeah, you can't quite get down there. You have to kind of somewhat... Yeah, draw that out a little bit. And you can resize these, you can move them wherever you want. For a few hundred years. This is going to basically give you an idea. Where is here? What is the Imperium? Well, I can't exactly say where here is. None of us can. We call this place Astrox. It was the name of the last, what is that? Readable location on our navigational star charts. Technically, we have no clue where we are. But at this point, most people don't seem to care much anymore. As for the Imperium, that I can tell you about. The Imperium was the colony ship that was transporting us over 200 light years to a place called the Oasis. So what happened to the Imperium? We don't really know that either. There are a few theories floating around, however, from aliens to sabotage, you name it, buddy. Yeah, I guess everybody has their conspiracy theorists. Someone out there has a theory about what happened to the Imperium. The latest ones involve the premise that there never was a ship at all. Bunch of wackos, I tell you. I guess after you have been out there alone in the void for so long, anything seems possible. Well, yeah, I could totally understand that. So, how long has this been going on out here? I'm going to give you this right here. This is going to tell you how long you've been asleep. Yes, you have been asleep in your cryo evac pod this whole time. You are the first refugee we have seen in over 70 years. This station used to be packed with instructors and newbie pilots, but over the decades, fewer and fewer would arrive, until one day, it just stopped altogether. You, friend, are somewhat of a celebrity, so yeah, we've been floating out there a long time. What? That is crazy. Why? Like I said, it has been quite a while since we have seen a Nuji in these ports. You might be wondering about your starter ship and those 55,000 credits in your account. Just some assistance from the alphas to help you get going. There used to be much more support back when we were processing 20 to 30 refugees a day. Now there are just a few of us instructors left. Don't worry though, as diehard pilots still know all the tricks. Alright, and then you can basically just kind of get right to it. Or you can just get started with training. I'm not ready just yet. I want to poke around first. Just the basics, please. I'm eager to get going. But for the sake of this video, we'll just do this. Intro tutorial, and this is basically all this really is. Just gives you little tutorials. We will progress at your pace, so take all the time you need. There is no rush at all. First things first, you can click and drag this communication box around on the screen. Yeah, I just showed you guys that. And you can make it small. You can also minimize this window when you need the space. You can resize the window by dragging the resize icon at the bottom right. This can make it easier. So yeah, basically that's this little thing right here. And it just puts your little face right there. And you can put it anywhere you want. And then when you want to bring it back up, there you go. Got it. What next? Alright, 2 of 10, baby. Let's take a look at the starting panel. It's over to the right hand side of the screen. Each station has a number of services that will provide you with everything you need to survive out here. Not every station will have every service available. So take note which stations have the services in particular that you need. There is normally a small docking fee associated with each station, so be mindful of your credits. Yeah, baby. You can find those displayed in the upper right, which is right here. Which she just basically said they gave me 55. Alright, and then let's click next. Now we're on 3 of 10. Each service offered is very important, so I would highly recommend you take a few minutes to explore what is available. It may be a bit overwhelming at first, but don't get too discouraged. We will only be focusing on a few of the main services right now: the market and the garage. Now we will minimize that, and I will kind of show you these right here. So you've got the lounge. The lounge is where you can kind of get news events. Just basically news. You've got some news service, and you can click on these. Elected in science, huh? What is this one here? Yeah, just little news services. You've got mercenaries right here, and these are mercenaries for hire. You always get your hireables in the lounge. So as you've been playing for a while, say like you're really heavy into mining, and you just strictly are doing mining, and because when you're doing mining, you're not going to be able to defend yourself. You're basically going to be equipped with mining lasers and a very vulnerable mining ship, right? Usually like a freighter. So you can come in here and you can hire these mercenaries to follow you around and basically defend you. And there's not many in this one, but yeah. And then you've got entertainment. You got bottle of whiskey. Purchase entertainment. Purchase a bottle of whiskey. You've got a casino. Yeah, gambling. And that's basically your lounge. And you just click it to close it. Or actually, let's move her because you got to close it right here. Then you've got your market. And if you're into trading and just buying stuff, this is where you're going to do that. And it's basically got everything in here for trading. Everything. Some of this stuff is stuff that you will like need for your ship, like life or stuff to keep you alive, medical stuff to add to your ship. Right, this is supply items right here. Advanced shield booster, shield generator, basic shield booster, copper cables. A lot of this is for like crafting and stuff like that. This is in-demand stuff. So with the trading, if you want to trade, you're going to come in here and you're going to look at the in-demand at this particular station, and that's what they're going to pay you good. So then you could go and when you go explore, go to other stations and see what their supply items are, and then basically just do your trading like that. And you can search right here as well. So just remember, in the market, it's where you're going to sell a lot of your ore if you don't want to refine it, and also buy other stuff that you may need in your adventures. So that is the market. Then you've got your university here. Now this is where you're going to purchase like your training skills, you know, unequipped, because some of these you have your skill points, and then also it will also have like level requirements. Drone cargo mechanic, just to give you an idea. You can also respec stuff like that. So that's basically what your university thing means. Total skills trained, available skills 14, skills in training. So say, let's see here, laser basic operations, right? So my training level is 2 in that already. Minor basic operations. Since I picked prospecting, I am already at 4. So yeah, and a lot of these basic stuff you're gonna already have some in, but then to keep building on these, so say like I wanted to do my minor basic operations more, you click on it, and then you just click on the training, right? Let's see, I have available skill points 14. This is going to require 20, right? So it's not going to really, I'll do a test for you here. Yeah, you do not have the required number, so it's 20. So that's because I'm already 4 at it. But what if I wanted to say like missions? Because I'm only level 1, or launcher basics, or laser basic operation, because laser basic operation covers your mining lasers as well, right? So I'm 2 on that already. And fleet command is if you want to do like fighting in this game, because you can do fighting, and you basically just click on, because I've got 14, right? So I would just basically click on that, and there you go. Level 2 training has begun. And it doesn't happen right away. You're actually in training, and you can look right there. It's telling you basically how long it's going to take to training to level 2. So basically 3 minutes. So it starts at like the 4-minute mark, and as you go up higher they take longer. But and you can respec, just remember that. But that's the university. And then this one here is the missions. Now I'm just starting the game, so, and I have to kind of do the beginning thing here. But usually there's a bunch of missions in here you can do. Some of them is to go out and mine specific ores, or go scan places. But that is your missions board, and you can search in each one of these. This one here is the shipyard. So you can come in here and buy a ship if you want. Let's see, you've got the harmonizer. This is the escort. This is the escort. That's a shuttle. And let's see, this is utility. This is utility. This is a frigate. And you can see the basic prices on them. So that's the shipyard. You've got the garage, and she's going to be telling us about the garage here in a second. But this is basically how you equip your ship and stuff like that. So, but we'll close that, and we'll let her talk us about that, because she's going to tell us about the market here in a minute. All right, let's just do next. Now let's open the market, which right here, and she's basically going to tell you the same thing, right? All of the market items can be sorted using the sort button. Oh, I forgot to tell you about the sort. Yeah, mouse over an item to view more information about that item being bought or sold here, right? And that's basically right here. It just tells you, like, if it's a resource. Here, I'll move her. I'll do this again. It tells you your requirements that you need, price. It tells you sell price, buy price. It tells you if you get a discount. But it gives you all the info you need right there. That's basically all she's telling you. You can sell items from your ship's cargo bay by clicking and dragging them onto the market. Open your cargo bay by pressing the tab key. And that's this little sucker right over here. Now, we don't want to sell any of this stuff because we're going to be using it here. The market has a lot to offer, so make sure you take your time and explore the variety of items. Make sure you check each page for good deals on items you need. Keep in mind, some items may require some skills before... Yeah, I was just telling you that. And then the cargo bay is where your ship can carry ore, trade goods, ammunition for your turrets, basically anything you need to carry with you. Travels in your cargo bay. Any equipment that is installed on your ship can be viewed from the station garage. And that's basically what it's going to tell you right here. Open the garage. So we were just at the garage right here. This is your garage. So let's close that one to the side. And it says, you may notice your starting ship has a few items in your cargo already. We will need to install a few of these items before undocking into space. The ship's life support system will be able to use those support items, thus helping you last longer. Okay. The garage is where you will install equipment onto your ship. There are two types of modules that can be installed. These are active modules and passive modules. You can also access the life support panel from the garage as well. In preparation for our first mission, let's go ahead and install the ore harvester from your cargo bay. Then we will install the life support. So she's basically telling you right here. So bring back open your cargo bay right here. So we have a pulse, one laser in here already, and we also have in our second slot we already have one ore harvester. Now if you're a miner, you might as well go ahead and put two of those in there, right? Oh, we got to actually take this one out. So you basically take that one out. This is the active slot. Then you can put your ore harvester right there. So you're going to have double the intake of your ore, right? And this is all, these are for the, yeah. So then let's bring her back up. We've already done that. Okay. Let's open the garage and make some changes to the ships. Okay, she's going to tell us to do that as well. Before we can install the ore harvester in the ship, you will need to remove the pulse laser. Yep, I already did that. As a shortcut, you can also right-click on any installed module to remove it. Yeah, that's what I forgot to do. The garage will also provide you with the ability to repair damaged modules. You can also make custom changes to your ship's colors. Ooh, Actually, I kind of forgot about that. See, that was easy. So we've already got those installed. Now it's time to go to the life support. And let's move her down here. And that is done by clicking this right here, right? Now this is where you take this protein bar. This is considered part of the life support. And it's going to go usually in that first one right there. Then you've got a basic filter, which is like probably that stuff. And you got 2 more slots for 2 more as well. Yeah. Well, it tells you right here. Food synthesis, water filtration, thermal regulator, waste management. Now, we don't have any of that right here. And let's go ahead and bring her back up. And let her know we've already done that. Drag and drop. Well, look at that. You almost look like a veteran miner. Just let me know when you are ready to mine the first rock and we will walk you through the process. Don't worry, it's not complicated at all. Some might even say it is relaxing. Yeah, actually it is. Alright, I'm ready to mine my first rock. Alright, I have given you a special mission. This mission will require that you locate a particular rock out there in the void of space. Don't worry, it's not far at all. Once you undock, you'll be able to activate the ship's tactical sensors by pressing the space bar. This will show us all the rocks in the sector and color the mission rocks yellow. Let's go, I will show you. So now you can close this, you can close that. I always leave my cargo bay open just for that. And it's about time.
Contract accepted.
Then it shows up here, you've already did it. And this is your little stats down here. Let me, can I actually, no, okay. I thought you could make those smaller, but I don't think you can. But this basically right here tells you your missions right here. You've got quite a bit for storage, even in this small ship. Harvest objectives, so this is your mission. 101 ship stats, and as far as like life support and stuff like that, that's all tied into this right here. But this is, we're just starting, so this is not going to be very important right here. Let's see, if you haven't undocked already, do that. So let's minimize her, and you can read all this if you want. Once your ship is launched, you can orbit yourself by rotating and zooming the camera each time you dock or undock from a station. Hold right click and move the mouse. This will rotate the camera around your ship. Use the mouse wheel to zoom in and out. Yeah. Let's see here. Galaxy map. Yeah, if you zoom all the way out, it's going to show you the galaxy map, which you can get to that by the M key as well. But let's minimize her, my friends, and we will... There's your ship right there. You can zoom in on your ship. So this is what you start out with. This is the station that we're in. So you can zoom out. And let's just go ahead and undock. Alright, now you're in space. And there's your ship. There's the university that we just come out of. And let's see. Let's hit the space key. And like she said, it's going to be in yellow. And I do believe it. Oh, yeah, right here. This one right here. Now, I'm kind of cheating, but you left click on it to scan. Okay? Which she's going to say that anyway. She's going to tell you right here. So we're going to do next. Once you get comfortable with the camera basics, use the spacebar will activate the tactile sensors. This will allow you to see mission objects and other important locations. Zoom in and rotate the center until you clearly see the yellow rock in view. Click the special iodide rock to target the object. Yeah, I'm just going to show you guys all. This is basically what it does right here. So we've already scanned it. It tells you right over here what it is. Okay. But you can actually click it again, and it's going to take you over there to it. Or you could right click on it And once you get closer to it, you can actually harvest it. This is to look at it. And then if you want to see your ship heading over there to it, it's right there in the little blue. That's our ship. And you can zoom in. I personally always like to get a little bit closer to the rock before I start harvesting. And you don't actually have to click this to harvest it. You can just click your ore harvesters down here, which is what I like to do. But for those that want to make it simple, you can right click. But I just click these. I click both of them. And it's gonna suck from them. And you can actually look at the, well, we've already harvested all, but we've completed that, and she's just gonna tell us that we're ready. But I'll click on one of these other asteroids here for you so you can see. So let's see, where's some of the other rocks at here? I don't think maybe we can actually see them yet, but you can click on other things once you get, I think you have to be like a certain distance from them before they will. And anything you click on, you can scan it, right? You're not going to know what it is until you actually scan it. And that's the public energy generator. This over here should be, can't remember, it's been a while, so I don't remember what all these are. That is the Starbase Corporate Center. And if you just hold your space, you can actually see a lot of other things here. This over here, not sure what that is either. There's also hidden loot in containers and stuff like that as well. That is the, what is that? Star Shepherd's headquarters. What is this over here, my friend? Sometimes they take a little bit longer to scan. That is a ballast crow, whatever that is. And where we came from should be right here. And you can clear a lot of these things up once you do that. Just click on them and they go away. I'm going to leave that purple one on there, but I think the one we came from was right here. Yeah, biomate. And also right here, this is what we literally just harvested, right? It's an adamite ore. Gives you all the information you need to know on it. But basically, once you click on that, you can just go down right over here. Once you click it, you've got all the things you can do. Passive scan. And then you've also got this right here, autopilot to target. Okay. But with this one, I like to, since I'm going to be docking, oh, and you can look at them. That's what I was talking about earlier. But we're just going to kind of autopilot our way back home. And as you get closer to it, you can click the dock, which it'll pop up on there as well. Toggle autopilot. Toggle auto target. And this is auto dock, so you can actually
auto dock activated.
You can click that auto dock and you're going to dock as soon as you get within range. And it's just going to take you right back into the game.
Dock request accepted.
Tutorial 1 harvest. And this is telling you what you get here. So they gave us one skill point as a reward, and they gave us 6,000 credits.
Congratulations, Captain.
And we hit level 2. First mission completed medal. Not bad. And she's basically going to be sending us on to somebody else, which is like the combat stuff. So I think it's her friend. Yeah, Frederick. He'll walk you through some of the basics of combat. Now, if you want to do the combat stuff, you can. I usually just close that out. I don't usually do it. I just jump right into the game and start finding all the stargates and stuff like that. I didn't really show you the refinery part, but this is your refinery right here, okay? And all you're going to do is take the ore that you get, you're going to drop it in here. It's going to tell you capacity. It's not going to show you actually everything you're going to get, but then all you got to do is click activate. It refines that until you run out of it, and it gives you stuff for that ore, right? So this is stuff that you can use for other things as well, like fabricator, because there is crafting, like I said earlier. So it gives you quartz, and some of this stuff that you refine from some of these other ores will give you stuff that's way more valuable, right? You just have to go out there and find it. Now, some areas you go to that are not in patrolled sectors, like if you really want to go after some of the higher valuable ores, they're going to be in areas where there's going to be like bandits and pirates that are going to be roaming those asteroids in those sectors. So if you make it to that point, you get enough cash, you basically just go in this lounge here, go over here to mercenaries, and hire you some of these people to fly with you as an escort, so that while you're mining those ores and stuff, these people will be watching your back. That is the best tip that is really the goodest tip I can give, just to be smart, because otherwise you're going to be getting blown up. You might sit there for like 30 minutes mining some good stuff, high value, and you might not see no pirates when you first get there, and you spend all that time getting it, and bam, they show up, and yeah, all that time lost. So just keep that in mind. But I'm going to show you the galaxy map here. Okay, now when you first start, you're just going to have like this little pocket right here, okay? And once you go through and start going to these other places, they're going to open up other things, right? It's going to kind of give you an idea right here of where it's going to go up to other places. Now we are right in here, right in the middle. So some of these places you can, I think this red is kind of considered, it's going to tell you the security ratings, all these things. Sector details, it is a private sector. Luminous flux, biotoxicity. It's got one station, it's got 3 warp gates there. Tells you where they're connected to. Environment, energy, habitation. So basically, yeah. And so that's like a pirate, which it's red. Now let's click this one and let's see. This is an alpha, so this is probably going to be a pretty safe area that you're not going to really get hassled a lot. Yellow. Let's see what yellow is. This is labor. It's got a well, hell, it's a 10, dude, and a 3 right there. You can basically base it off this one here, right? This is a 990. So what was this one? That's a 970. It's a 990. What was the blue? That is law. So you're really not going to start finding the really high or low security levels until you start going out. So you can basically kind of set this one right here. This was the law.
Activated.
Yeah. Now when you undock, because I've already done all that stuff there, so we can actually close this map, and we can undock. And our GPS, you saw how I did the GPS? It's going to go ahead and take us over here to this, right here. And that's telling you where it's going to go. And it's going to go to a Stargate, basically. Now you can bring up that map again, and that's the name right there. So when you do the GPS, as soon as you undock, it's going to take you to that right there. And you're basically just going to go right through. And you are off to...
Disabled.
Yeah. And now you're in a new system. And... not sure if I'm going to get attacked here, but... first thing you want to do is just kind of scan the asteroids. Okay? Just to kind of get an idea of what you're going to get. A lot of them are going to be the same. See, that is an adamite ore. Let's see. If you hold this down, you can get a kind of better idea. Just kind of click on them to see if you can find some different kind. Because they're all basically going to look kind of like the same. But they might pop up different names. You're really not going to start finding the more high valuable ones until you get into those more lower security areas. So I might do that just to kind of give you guys an idea. But if you want to like go to a certain one, like this one way back here, just right click on it. You don't want to harvest it, but basically just click on it again and you can head in that direction. These are just other areas. That is an object. That is another ship, so we don't want that on our deal. That is another adamite ore, but as you get closer to some of these sections, like that is a station right out here, so we can scan that object and see what that is. That is a energy generator. And once you get maximum targets, just go through there and kind of take those targets off. Now we took our main target off, right? Which is our adamant. This, I believe, is a Stargate. Because the asteroids will go on and on. There's like an endless supply of them, right? Yeah, that is a Stargate. It tells you where it's going. Now, if you go into your map again, we went to Felsar, right? You're not going to be able to go to these other places until you go to that gate. So I will demonstrate that to you right now. You can focus on the camera. That's what I was saying earlier. But just click on it. And we've already got it on autopilot, okay? And auto dock. So you just click on it again. And it's going to auto go right through it. And you can see it because it says autopilot enabled. So your first probably 30 minutes into this game, everybody, your goal is going to just be trying to go through as many of these Stargates as you can to open up all those other areas. Just to build yourself up some credits, you might want to do a little trading. But I usually just mine up a bunch of the adamite, and I go and I refine it, and I sell that refined materials. And that'll give you enough credits to actually buy you some more stuff for your ship. Gives you more stuff so you can have a little bit more of your life. Because there is settings to where you can make that more realistic, right? To where it drains quicker and stuff like that. Because as you go into some systems that aren't as protected or should I say habited, a lot of this stuff will go down quicker, like biohazards and shit like that. Yeah, they will go down a lot quicker. And as you can see, there's really not a whole lot in this system. So you just want that. Just also know that these ones that are the octagons that are purple, or kind of pinkish purple, I guess, those are stargates. Now you highlight like this, and that will let you click on these distant asteroids. That is an Exxon ore. Now I'm not sure. This is a pot. That looks like a pirate. Where did he go? He was red. So let's click on this bad boy. He may be a pirate. Yassi, huh? Well, we don't want to target her because, wait, here's a red one right here. Yeah, I guarantee you this one is a pirate. So we do not want to have that sucker targeted at all. What we want to do is go over to this asteroid, and hopefully this guy doesn't come on our ass. Because, yeah, I am not, I don't have no escorts, so I have no fleet, and I have no drones. And you can see there's two other undiscovered, there's another pirate up there as well. So let me open up the map, and as you can see, we started there, we took that Stargate over here, so we could go back and go to those systems. And they just keep opening up, guys. And we are here, so let's hurry the hell up and mine this stuff, and you'll see what you get right over here. Did we actually get close enough to harvest? No, we did not. Yeah, we did. And you can turn that off to kind of get an idea, and if you want to see how quick the asteroid goes, just look at it. And that'll kind of show you how quick you're doing it. And then, oh no, what am I doing? You just click it again to take off that visual. We have not been bothered, but just kind of hover over this to kind of see what it's. An item level 9, which means it's a class rock. It tells you right down here, galactic residue. This is what will keep a very close eye. Just look at that right down there where it says resource, class rock, resource level 9, and it will also tell you what you can refine it into. So you can galactic residue. What is that? Titanite, silverite, and goldite. So this is actually probably going to be quite valuable. Are we full up in our cargo though? That is the question. So I want to kind of take that one to the side. Yes, we are totally full. That filled us up. So do they have any stations in this sector? I don't believe they do. We could actually look at the details of this sector right here where we're at by clicking on it, right? Yeah, it has very low security, so this is bad to just be. Yeah, it has 0 stations, so basically you just want to haul ass back over here.
GPS
You want to
activated.
turn your GPS on, and you want to get the hell out of here, because those pirates, if you got a full cargo of valuable stuff,
Activated.
they will come at you.
GPS disabled.
Okay, now there is stations here. We just have to find them. It has 1 station here. Right here, right here. So you just click on this station. Your best bet to sell it and refine it would be to take it back to one of the other, like your starting system. This is the ASP. So basically we can just go ahead and head on over here. And I'll just show you what another space station looks like. And that's the Stargate that we came out of. Here's another Stargate right down here. Usually these things that look like this are, and remember guys, you can take missions as well. You can take on, the best way if you're going to just do mining early on to make space credits, is to take all the missions that are for like ore related stuff. Some of them will want you to go out, get the ore, refine it.
Dock request accepted.
And that's how you make your money, right? So if you went over here and you looked at the missions, right here, some of them are just to deliver containers to other places. Find the target. This is like a freelancer mission right here. Find the target. Well, no, this isn't. This is a public energy generator structure. Scan and return to the headquarters. This, like I said earlier, these are like scanning missions. They just want you to go scan. This tells you the risk. Head to Star Gypsy warehouse and Boyd something other. Pick up 6 advanced scan boosters. Yeah. So there's all kind of missions that you can take, right? Which I like to do because they're fun, man. And you can search just for mining missions if you wanted to. But let's close the missions, which is right up here. We want to go to the refinery. And we want to take the 17 of this Xnox. And we want to refine it. And I'll show you like the value type stuff, okay? And whether you're going to get a good value on it, right? So like, let's say right here, base price 153.9. It's raw. Like I said, it's an item level. So this is probably something, oh, right here. It gives you the description. So if you sold all 7 of these, it's going to be 7 times the price you see there, okay? And you've also got Silverite, which is 150. Which it's actually a little bit more than that. No, that one is. What about this one here? And this residue, this is usually used in other stuff. But, and you basically take all this stuff out. You don't want to leave it in there. So that way you have it in your cargo. And then you just go up here to the market. And drag this over here, and let's see, we're at 58,599 right now. So let's take this the gold here. Okay. Oh, they have a low demand. That's another thing I was telling you about. So they're not going to actually buy it here, okay? You could sell it, but they're just not gonna. They're gonna give you shit for it, okay? So you just click cancel. Now, what is some of this other stuff? Now, they don't want it because they're really close to it, okay? What about this one? Nope. Again, they don't want to buy it. Well, what about this one? Yeah. So, like I said earlier, well, here, I'll demonstrate it to you, okay? Let's get out of here and let's go back to go to your galaxy map and then basically go back to your starting place. So some resources are going to be very rare in some systems because they're far away from it and they may not have access to it. And there's also illegal goods you can get too. So let's just get out of here. and we're automatically heading on our way back. See, there's pirates in this sector as well, guys. So basically just clicking on that, make sure you're looking at the system you're going to. If it's low security, you can hear some fighting going on right now. Yeah, let's just hope they don't come over here to where we're at. Where are they fighting? They're fighting. Boy, they ganged up on that guy. That's loot you see right there.
Activated.
If you see free loot laying around, grab it.
Disabled.
Now we are here, so we want to go over here to our I believe it's biomate. Now that is another system though. You know what, we could actually go over there and see if they will buy it, just to give you an idea. See if we get a better value. It's usually better to go back to the main ones like the biomate. This is a corporate center.
Request accepted.
Because some of the, not all of these are going to have a way to actually do it, right? Well, not all of them are going to have refineries that you can use. Not all of them are going to have the university. This one does. So now let's see what these guys... Wow, this is... I see I ended up getting a very low demand stuff, right? So basically you're just gonna net not very much. Let's see, how about this one? And yes, there is bugs in it, my friend, so you have to kind of be aware of that. There you go. Sometimes it'll show. Now this people will look at that. But let's click cancel. Not quite sure if I can get that out of there though. Let's just close that. Yeah, it is a bug. So be warned, guys. There is bugs in the game. When this happens, usually all you got to do is just... it's not going to get rid of it until you restart the game. You just got to reload the game, right? So all you got to do here... just hit reload game. Oh, wait. Unless I saved it. Yeah, it auto-saves it. Now, we didn't auto-dock. Okay.
Dock request accepted.
So you just click on it. So let's try this again. Let's see. Was that this one right here? No, they do not want that one. It was the silverite, or this one right here. Yeah. Okay, so you can get a little bit of profit off of this, okay? So you are selling all of it. So I mean, it's not bad. It's an extra 1,000. So we're up to 59. They didn't quite buy all of it because we still have some left. Now what about this? Will they buy this? Yes, they will. And I usually sell everything that I get. We forgot about the silverite. Do they buy that? No, they do not. But I'm going to go ahead and sell that anyway because I don't want to be hauling it around. What about this one? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this because this is junk. And it's going to be trial and error, guys, about things that you find. There's little bugs like that little glitch with the icons. That doesn't happen very often. For me, just kind of like rare. But just reload your game and it goes away. Basically, I just wanted to make this quick video here just to kind of show you guys that you can have fun in this game, you know. If this is the type of stuff that you like. If you're like me and you like mining games, if like way back in the day I played EVE Online for a while because I really loved the game, man. I love mining in space games. And I love like the 4x type strategy type stuff too, like trading. I haven't even showed you the trading in this game. You can't have fleets, you can't have drones. But other than that, guys, unless you all want to see more of this on my channel, like a more in-depth guide for this game, just drop comments and let me know. But otherwise, I just wanted to kind of put it out there to show people that, you know, you still can play this game and have some good quality time with it. And hell, if you're one of those people, unlike me, I'm not much of an editor, but it has mod editing tools. You can go in there and set up your own little things, man. Edit your ships, everything. But other than that, my brothers and everybody that clicked on the video to watch it, I do appreciate you taking your time to watch my videos. Just remember to drop comments below. I love and appreciate every comment I get. Just the fact that people take time out of their daily lives, their busy lives, to leave a comment on one of my videos is actually quite special to me. So other than that, I will let you all go, and the old wolf will see you all in the next video. Take care, everybody.